Man, that's quick. That is quick. Did you get a little bit sideways? A little bit. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Jacked Up Garage. Today we're going to be working on this JZX110. It's the precursor to the 100. It's still got the mighty 1JZ engine in, which everyone knows they're super reliable. You can get a lot of tuning out of it, a lot of power. This vehicle is a Japanese import. It's got a few issues with the turbo and the manifold setup, so we're going to be repairing that today and hopefully chasing some big numbers on the dyno. Let's see what Jack's up to.
This is the JZ we're working on. We've already got the hot side off of it. So these originally, this standard would have made about 200 kilowatts at the flywheel. So we're going to be going from about that much to hopefully 300 to 350 kilowatts at the wheels. We're going to be doing that with a Pulsar G30 770. We've got a 50mm wastegate, we've got a 6-boost manifold, and we're going to be recycling a few stainless steel bits that have come off a separate setup. So a lot of fabricating to do, but let's get cracking. Let's get all these parts on here. Got our exhaust manifold on now. We've put our manifold gaskets in and we've bolted it up so we know that position is correct. We were originally going to use a 3.5 inch, try and recycle some 3.5 inch that was sort of originally meant for a JZ forward facing manifold, but because we're going back a bit further, we've got a lot less room. So we're just going to be making up from scratch dump pipe, and also we'll be recycling a little bit of a screamer pipe and making a bit of our own as well. So let's start with the wastegate and the screamer pipe. Let's get to it. Just got the wastegate mocked up, just tacked on. Now we are seeing where we're going to run the screamer pipe, because we've got such little room for our dump pipe to sit here. We've got to sort of wrap it down to be able to miss everything else.
Hey Jack.
Yo.
What are you doing down there, mate?
Just marking out where these next bends need to go for the screamer pipe.
Yeah, so we got the wastegate in place here, and then we got the screamer pipe just finger tight on the clamp, and yeah, we busy figuring out where the screamer pipe's going to be going. It's pretty fiddly, but I'm pretty sure it's going to look pretty sweet when we're done. Jack, hey Jack, what you doing, Jack?
That's so long.
That's a very long screamer.
Well,
what does it sound like? Give it a test. Alrighty, so we're gonna put this bad boy in, and then we'll get a shot from the top and a shot from underneath. Got this all hard mounted, everything's been tightened up, so that's going to stay in place. We've got our wastegate also in place, this is tightened up, and we fitted the screamer pipe, which is pretty close. I'll show you underneath. So you got your screamer over here, and you got the exhaust kind of been mocked up in place. And now we're going to be running the dump pipe from the turbo. So I think Jack's just putting the turbo in place now. There we go. So we've got the turbo. We're going to be running our dump pipe from here through that gap down into the exhaust. So let's see how we go.
There we have it, guys. Everything's all done. Intake, dump, screamer, breather hoses, pod filter, everything's looking really good. We've got our lines done as well. So the only thing left to do is this cold pipe here. The only reason why we're not doing that is we just completely run out of time. We're going to leave that up for the tuner. So yeah, let's see how much she makes. The 110 is back. Went down to the dyno, it made 375 kilowatts at peak power. The tuner had to detune it a little bit because there was a few issues. It was breaking, core packs were breaking down, the clutch was slipping a little bit. Yeah, made some really good numbers.
So we're in the Adelaide Hills at the moment, and there's only one thing left to do is to get it out on the road and to see what that sort of 340 kilowatt feels like. Let's get to it. Man, that's quick. That is quick. Did you get a little bit sideways?
A little bit. It's a little bit laggy, but
oh man,
yeah, man, she picks up and goes far out.
So when you were driving, I couldn't see. Did you have your foot flat for quite a while?
Yeah, so it's a little bit laggy, but once it comes on, far out, it comes on really strong.
That is,
it's nice
that is
and quick.
fast.
Nice and quick.
That's very cool. Very cool. Thanks for watching this episode of Jacked Up Garage. We enjoyed getting some extra life out of this JZX110, and yeah, appreciate all the support we've been receiving.
Yeah, stay tuned in next week where we work on another JDM masterpiece.